Went in a room with a grand piano, recorded the accompaniment for the second song. Okay. If you want your dream to be, take your time, go slowly. Do few things, but do them well. Heartfelt work grows purely. If you want to live life free, take your time, go slowly. Do few things, but do them well. Heartfelt work grows purely. Day by day, stone by stone, build your secret slowly. Day by day, you'll grow too. You'll know heaven's glory. If you want to live life free, take your time, go slowly. Do few things, but do them well. Heartfelt work grows purely. If you want to live life free, take your time, go slowly. Do few things, but do them well. Heartfelt work grows purely. Day by day, stone by stone, build your secret slowly. Day by day, you'll grow too. You'll know heaven's glory. If you want your dream to be, take your time, go slowly. Honored guests, staff, graduates and students, each of you in your own way, a part of our Alakananda family. Today's graduation is truly a story of patience and perseverance. First of all, perseverance on the part of the candidates, each of whom had initially hoped to graduate much earlier than today. Heather Marie, despite being evacuated during the 2013 flood disaster, was on track to graduate in 2014 when challenging life circumstances intervened. After a long interruption, she has resumed her studies and brought to completion what she started in 2012. Heather, thank you for persevering. Acacia, Tessa, was accepted for the 2013 academic year, and we were eagerly awaiting her arrival, but again, life circumstances intervened, preventing her moving here when she'd planned. Remarkably, she held firm to her vision and intention and has now graduated as a practitioner and been accepted into our groundbreaking doctoral program. As for David, he should have graduated in December. Somewhere along the way, David realized the benefits he could gain from taking extra time and accruing additional experience. If you want your dream to be, take your time, go slowly. David, too, has been accepted into our doctoral program. So we look forward to graduating 2 outstanding Ayurvedic doctors in 2018. The The creation of a profession. Sorry, this is out of order. Oh, here we go. Let's look next at the patience and perseverance it took to arrive at this moment. I wrote a whole piece in my speech about the garden that we're not in. But in this well-loved temple whose walls are blackened, with this place where there has been nearly 26 years of ceremonies and prayer and regular chanting for world peace and healing every Monday night. And if you get a chance, do go outside and see the garden that was literally built bucket by bucket, step by step, stone by stone, and all the really hard work on the part of Sadanand and Robert and Matt as well in creating the garden. So here we are. When Sadanand and I arrived in America in 1985, dressed in white cotton robes, with sandals on our feet in the winter snow, and $80 in our pockets, who could have predicted this day? From a teepee in a friend's backyard, to a tiny apartment in a Tucson back street, from there to the basement here on 20th Street, the journey has been slow and full of pitfalls, with many highs and lows along the way. The black pearls and shimmering white pearls of this journey of co-creation are strung on the unbreakable thread of patience. As an 18-year-old medical student at St. Bart's in London, grappling with calculus, titration, and cadaver dissection, never for a single moment did I imagine where I would be, what I would be doing today. I had no idea that such a place as Alandi Ashram could exist anywhere in the world, still less that I would be living, teaching, and practicing Ayurveda in this humble yet all-embracing space. The creation of a profession is another aspect of today's celebration that is called the great patience and perseverance. Alandi has been involved with NAMA, the National Ayurvedic Medical Association, since its first public meeting in Berkeley, California in 2000. Over the years, we have worked slowly, carefully, and by consensus to bring the profession together and create educational standards and a national exam, crucial steps along the way to becoming a licensed healthcare profession. And Ayurveda itself, as an outgrowth of the perennial wisdom, embodies millennia of patience and faithfulness. As Dr. Ram Manohar has said, Ayurveda is the result of a vast clinical trial involving countless people and stretching across thousands of years. Behind every sutra, every axiom, every verse of the texts lie generations of trial and error, stretching back to our earliest origins as a species, honed through deep thought and reflection by the finest minds of the era. Why do we fall sick? What is the cause of imbalance? What is the relationship between external phenomena, such as weather, and our internal state? What is the relationship between plants and people? Which ones kill? Which ones nourish? Which ones heal? The sages of yore pondered these questions, discussed them in conference, and wove their conclusions into easily memorable verses that were learned by heart before they were ever written down. We are the fortunate ones who inherit this vast body of knowledge. We are the fortunate ones, the immensely rich heirs of all that has gone before us. Heather, David, Acacia, you have worked hard and demonstrated loyalty and commitment. Today we celebrate your achievements. We honor your families and ancestors and all they have contributed to making you the people we know and love today. Yet let's also take a moment to think of all the spiritual ancestors who stand behind you today. Your teachers, staff, and chefs here at Alandi, the Nama community, our colleagues in Colorama, Dr. Lard, Dr. Frawley, and Dr. Swoboda, who worked so hard and gave of themselves so freely to bring Ayurveda to America, and their teachers, Bimalananda and Mama Gokhale. Behind them stands a vast assembly of people whose names are unknown, whose lives have slipped past unnoticed, yet who contributed in ways great and small to the vast corpus of knowledge, philosophical, practical, herbal, botanical, and culinary, which is your inheritance. On this auspicious day, let's take a moment to thank them and count our blessings.